Two guys in a crown with a trifecta of preps this week. Joe Kristufek, Bram, Weinstein. Let's start with the Bluegrass Stakes down in Kentucky, not too far away from the Derby, where it is the Zulu Nation. R.I.P. Fife Dog. We'll see if Zulu's going to hold up the flag for you as he gets set as the favorite there off a near miss against Mohamed. You like him?
I don't know, Bram. I mean, there's an overflow field of 16, 14 allowed to start in the Bluegrass. A lot of horses with very marginal resumes, and that's why Zulu's a 5-2 morning line favorite. You mentioned the runner-up performance behind Mohamed. He wants to lead here, Zulu does, and I think there are a lot of horses with speed in this race. I'm going to go with a closer. My man Sam chased home. Matt King Cole last him out. That horse is going to be one of the favorites in the Wood. He gets away from post position number 14 here, but he gets to leave the inner track at Aqueduct. I don't think that post is going to bother him too much. Cherry Wine leaves from a more inside post. I think his fourth in the Rebel was better than it looked, and he did miss some time this winter at Gulfstream Park, so I think he's progressive. Star Hill, who ran third in the Tampa Bay Derby, is another horse I'm looking at, but I can't take Zulu as the favorite here.
This is nuts, okay? I was stunned. I'm stunned by this because I was going to shock you because I'm saying I'm going off the board. I'm taking a 10-1 or better, and I love Cherry Wine or My Man Sam, and you just said both of them.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, you and I are going to be watching the race and looking for the same thing, a really fast pace, and hoping that those two horses in a big field can slalom their way through. I think they both got a big chance from out of it.
Yeah, and I like Star Hill as well. There's this one big race he ran. He's got the same jockey who had only ridden him once, and it was on that one big race. So if he matches that up one more time, we'll see. I think this is the money race here. If you're looking to make a profit this weekend, the Bluegrass Stakes has it for you. Whoever comes out the winner probably isn't winning the Derby. It's been 25 years since that happened. Why?
Well, in 2007, Street Sense lost the Bluegrass by a nose, but went on to win the Kentucky Derby. But that race was run on Poly track. The last horse to score the Bluegrass Kentucky Derby double was Strike the Gold way back in 1991. For several years, Bram, Keeneland was an inside speed bias racetrack. Sinister Minister in 2006, a perfect example of that. He wired the Bluegrass, was 16th in the Derby. Then we had the Polytrack era, where the Bluegrass was won by synthetic horses and turf horses. Now it's back on a fair-playing dirt surface. The Bluegrass is legit again.
All right, let's go back to Zulu for a second here. All right, let's say he wins. He's got that Cupid feel to him. Like, of those two that are heading to the Derby, do you see one that's a better contender?
Yeah, they're both lightly raced forward horses, but I'll take Cupid by a couple of furlongs, at least at this point, over Zulu. Looking very forward to seeing Cupid in the Arkansas Derby next Saturday. Zulu has a lot to prove, and Todd Pletcher's putting blinkers on for the first time here, despite the fact that he ran gamely to be second behind Mohamed, but he did have a meltdown nearing the starting gate in the Fountain of Youth. Maybe that's why. If you're going to have a meltdown on Kentucky Derby Day in front of 170,000 people, probably not a good idea.
NBC Sports Network has coverage of all three. The Triple Crown of prep races this weekend, covered from 5 to 7 Eastern Time. And Joe and I are going to have previews of the Santa Anita Derby and the Wood Memorial, as well as Two Guys in a Crown has their own Triple Crown this week.